Today we're going to talk about a very important flow called the message checker flow. So when you create your account, you're going to have a nice little dashboard like this. You'll be able to use dark mode, light mode. You have a very handy assistant here, answers a lot of your problems. We're going to go into our flows. And so you're going to have two flows here that are not in folders. There's a reason for that. These are the two that I want you to pay attention to because they're critical to master. They're very simple. Once you have an understanding on how things will work, it'll just make sense, I hope. But you got a welcome message and a default reply. What we're going to do first is go to the special folder because you are special. We're going to go here to the message checker flow. Yes, we do have a grid now. This was by request and almost like a challenge. And I was like, I can do this like in 20 minutes, man. You can navigate the grid with your keyboard key strokes. So by clicking on Ctrl and G, you're able to hide the grid. Ctrl G will show the grid. What you can do is you can hit Ctrl Shift G, and you'll have the ability to toggle the control how you want and make the squares bigger. You are in control, friend. This is the message checker flow. Let me explain the logic behind this. In order to test a flow, in general, you're going to have to send a message. And so when we are really looking at this flow, this step, send any type of message, please, this really is not needed in the real world. This is just to allow you to test the flow that we've created for you to be able to route a message that is sent no matter what the type is or even the channel. In this case, we're focused on the type of message. You could just as easily condition things, route things based on the channel. The one case we have done this is with the voice channel here, but we might change that anyways, but I'll explain the logic. But in this case, what really in the wild, the way you would run this is your starting step. You're not worried about this because this is going to be taken care of through the next step. Like you don't need this. This is when someone's passed your welcome message and now they've messaged your bot for the first time. The first time someone messages your bot, that is not your welcome message. The first time someone messages your bot, it's going to hit the default reply unless you've specified it to do something different and you're taking a more rule-based approach versus an AI approach, which is totally fine. But in this case, if you want to be able to handle every single type of message, text-based, image-based, audio, voice, video, file. Even if your bot cannot understand the video contents or the file contents in some cases, you can still account for that message to be received. As you can see here, it says, you sent a video. Okay, this is not what you would say in the real world. And I think this is what confuses people, unfortunately. This is just showing you that the bot understands the type of message that was sent. So in this case, it would be video. You might want to have your bot say, sorry, we don't understand video just yet, unless you're going to plug into an API that would. Like Google has an API that will do this, but it's not very good yet. It will be. Anyways, for us to test this, we do need to have a place to start. So while we wouldn't have this as the starting step in the real world, in this case, to test the thing, we got to have something. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to take a screenshot of my screen here, and I'm going to just grab that. I'm going to hit publish here, and then I will play this thing here. Let's see. I will just go here and here. Send any type of message, please. So here, I'll just be like, hello, who is this? And it'll say, this is a text. Okay, you guys see that? So if I refresh it, I'm going to restart this flow. It's going to ask me the same thing. And this time I'm going to send the screenshot that I just took, right? So here's the screenshot, send. You sent an image. So we're understanding that our bot understands the type of message it just received because it confirmed that with us. That's what the message really is meant to be, as a confirmation. The next thing that I will do here is I will say, let's go ahead and kick it up a notch and define what we actually want the things to do. So let's do this. I'm going to move up a little bit here. I'm going to connect the last input type text. I'm going to delete this guy. And instead, I'm going to start a flow. And so here, what I'll do is I'll say, this will be text default. Okay. So if the last user input type is text, I'm going to route this to this block, which I'm going to select the flow this will route to. I'm going to hit publish here and refresh. So here, nothing is selected. We'll change that. And we're going to go to the default reply. And look, we've got 3 default replies made for you. A regular default reply, which is the one that's on your main flows page, the welcome and the default. One that is meant for audio, meaning the output is going to be on audio file. You're going to be able to hear it. And then the last one is just by request here. It's with a timer. And so if the user doesn't respond in a certain amount of time, the bot can take the next action. In a lot of cases, that could be in the conversations and the AI summary. But in this case, we're just going to use the default reply, the standard. And so what's happening here is I'm going to go ahead and I guess we'll keep this for now. But this is going to be the first step. We're going to send our message, and then it's going to route the message based on the type. So if it's text, it's just going to go to the standard default reply flow. So next is audio. I'm going to delete this guy, and instead I'm going to start a flow, connect. And if it's an audio file, voice channel, or last input is voice channel, anything to do with audio, I'm going to make sure that this now is going to be an audio default. Cool. So I'll click here and we'll assign the flow. We've already got one for audio. Default reply audio, bam. Follow me so far? Next is an image. So this will be an interesting one. We may have to make an adjustment here to make it work perfectly, but hopefully it all makes sense. We deleted the message that just says, hey, you sent an image, and instead we're just going to connect here. Image, default, and hit save. So video, we don't handle videos natively yet, so we can just tell them that. In this case, I could just be like, I see you sent a video file. I'll be sure to alert an admin to take a look and get back to you ASAP. And so to like make this meaningful, and we can do the same thing with the file actually. Let's just do that. Copy. So if they sent a file or a video, because our bot, unless we do extra work, it's not going to understand the contents of either one of those objects. So here we'll just say, since I see you sent a file, I'll be sure to alert an admin to take a look and get back with you. That's fine. And so in this case, what we can do, we'll add one little action. We'll connect both of these blocks to an action that says video or file was sent by user, because I like to name my stuff. Good practice, best practices, what we're after here. Here's our action, and it's going to be to notify the admin. I'm going to be the only admin of this brand new account, and I'll just say something like, the user sent your bot a video or a file. Please review it and get back with them. And then, maybe after we've received that, we might even want to like pause the conversation. So we could be making another action inbox and transfer the conversation to a human. We don't need to notify myself again because I notified myself previously. I could have saved myself a step. Okay, and so now it looks like we've accommodated everything except for the image flow. I missed that one, so we'll click here and go where I have an image analyzation flow already made for you that's just built on top of. So now we can see all of the different routes have a place to go. We've done no work. Try to do this in any other platform and you spend hours. Try to get even close. And you're probably going to have to use multiple systems to even make the thing work, where we just make it work, baby. That's just how we do it. So let's just test this thing out. First, I do want to see, we already kind of know what the default reply is going to be. We can take a look at that. We should take a look at the audio and the image, analyze image flow. So when I click here, I want to be taken right to that flow. And so I see here, it says, please upload your image. Well, if the user sent the bot an image, we don't need to say upload your image because you just did that. So what we'll do is we'll make this the starting step and delete this guy. I do want to make sure that we're going to reference the right thing. And so this has, we're analyzing the image here. What we're analyzing is supposed to be here, uploaded image, but we don't necessarily have that yet. So what we'll do is this, we'll make one more step ahead. So we'll click action and let's do this. We see the image cuff is uploaded image, all right? And we know already because the condition is routed the bot here. You really got to pay attention. Hopefully I do it right myself. We're going to take this action and we're going to rename it first and we'll say convert user's image because we know they sent an image. And so we'll say actions, set custom field, and it will be image, uploaded image. This is what we'll use. So the uploaded image is going to be the last input. So what we're doing here, we're going to take a cuff, a custom user field, a custom field called uploaded image. There's nothing in it right now. We already know because of the condition that the user, they didn't send text, they just sent an image. So the condition block that routes the message tells us, hey, this is an image. Because we know that, our first step in this flow is going to be taking this empty uploaded image custom field and setting it to the value of their last input, which is that image. I know that was a mouthful. Hopefully it'll make sense once you see it. So this is the first step of the flow. We're converting the last input, which was an image, we know that, to uploaded image. So now we can connect this action to the following action, which is an OpenAI action, analyze the image. And what we're seeing here is OpenAI, take the uploaded image, and the prompt is what's in the image. All right, and I'm going to be like, explain it in detail, then ask how you can help further as the official chatbot for Chatbot Builder AI. So what's in this image? Explain it in detail, then ask how you can help further as the official chatbot. We're using GPT-4o Mini, and we're saving the result in image analyst result. Continue. Essentially what's happening in this case, if this flow gets triggered, and then finally, we're displaying the answer here in this custom field, image analyst result, which is deriving from this block image analyst result. So what's happening? The user is going to send a message, and it's going to not be text, it's an image. Condition routes that message to this flow. We're setting that custom field that was the last input to upload an image, and it's getting analyzed, and then it's getting sent. Publish or publish, whichever you prefer. And we're going to go back into our flows here, the special folder, go to message checker. Let's hit publish here, and let's try it out. So we can see, where's my image? Analyze image flow. That's what we're looking for. Let's refresh our bot here. Okay. And so it says send any type of image. I'm going to send the same image that I sent previously. So here's the screenshot of our flow builder. And let's see what we get. Okay, cool. The image displays a flow chart used in Chatbot Builder to manage different areas of messages. It's explaining the flow. Start node, request a message, check message type, text, audio, blah, blah, blah. The overall structure is designed to facilitate smooth interactions by categorizing user messages effectively. How else can I assist you? Fantastic. That's exactly what we wanted. And I can see, I should be able to see both of the images there. Cool. I think I just needed to refresh the other deal there with my browser, sharing my screen with you guys. So anyways, hopefully this gives you a much better idea of how to use this flow. So then we can look at the audio flow. So I can click here and go here. And in this case, I'm seeing text. So it's generating text first, and then it's generating text to speech, and then it's displaying or printing the audio. So look here, we're saying for the last input, your helpful assistant respond to all messages concisely in a friendly tone is the instruction. Last input. And so we're generating a reply. Default reply is what we're saving this in. So this is like you would do this like normal. So first we're generating the message that we want to send based on what the user just said. The next block is where the magic happens. This is going to be where you're choosing convert text to speech in your OpenAI action. And here is the AI default reply, which is from the previous step. So this is what's going to be said. Instead of it being typed and printed and shown to the user, that printed result is now going to be sent to be processed to go from text to become speech. And in this case, we've chosen Nova, and we're saving the audio file in the cuff AI default reply audio. So we're going from AI default reply to AI default audio, AI default audio, continue. And so last but not least, I do have this information here that nobody reads, but hopefully you'll listen. This is also the easiest way to just use 11 Labs with your chatbot. All you would do is you would switch this action with an 11 Labs action. If I was integrated with 11 Labs right now, I'd just paste in my key and I'd be able to switch from OpenAI to 11 Labs. I wouldn't need this step. And then lastly, we have the actual audio file. When it looks like this, you hit add content, file, audio, baby, boom. And they're gonna be like, well, how do I get the file, Ryan? You'll insert that link, and the link is the custom field. So in this case, it's AI default audio. See? So that it looks like it's working perfect. Let's test it. We should be able to test it right now, actually. So I'm gonna just be like, hey, I just wanted to check, do you know what I'm saying? And if you understand, tell me in a freestyle rhyming rap song. All right, so there's my audio, 11 seconds worth of audio. So I hear it on my end, but I know you don't hear it. And I'm not smart enough to figure out the best way to make you hear it at the same time I hear it. Hopefully my phone's not gonna die. What I'll do is I've got it on my phone. I'm opening up the deal here right now. Boom. All right, sweet. So you see it on my screen moving because I've moved to my phone. This is the response that I just got from my voice note to the chatbot.
Loud and clear, words flowing in my ear. You're checking in, that's real nice. I'll drop some rhymes, just roll the dice.
Ooh.
You want to know if I'm on the beat. Understanding vibes can't be beat, so here I am ready to play. Spitting bars in a friendly way.
That's what I'm talking
Your
about.
message is clear, I'm on the grind. In this chat, we're intertwined, so let's keep it going. No need to pause, I'm here for you, just because.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Nova. You understand me. So I think that gives us a really good idea of how the message checker flow makes sense. What happens if it's a text message with a pic attachment? So in that case, it'll be the first thing that it receives, which most of the time in that case, it's going to be text. They're going to see text and then they're going to see an image. But the way our system works, which is the thing that I'm going to show next, is like how to handle multiple messages in between a response.